Sophie, could you come in here a minute, please?
Yes, Mr. Carmody. Yes, Mr. Carmody?
Sit down, Sophie.
Would you like some coffee, Mr. Carmody?
No, thank you.
Would you like a drink, Mr. Carmody?
No, thank you, Sophie.
It's after 5, you know.
Yes, I know what time it is, but I don't care for anything just now. Thank you.
All right.
Now, Sophie, how long have you been working for me?
5 years.
5 years, and in that time, have you ever had any cause to complain of me?
Oh, no, Mr. Carmody. I think you're wonderful. Wonderful to work for, I mean, of course. Wonderful as an employer. A wonderful employer. All the staff think so.
Well, thank you.
All the staff look up to you, Mr. Carmody.
I don't think Mr. Rosenfeld is too fond of me.
Oh, Mr. Rosenfeld, he's crazy. He walks around the office talking like a crazy man. Don't pay any attention to anything he has to say, Mr. Carmody. Nobody else does.
Well, the federal authorities seem to have been paying quite a bit of attention to what Mr. Rosenfeld has to say, I'm afraid, to the tune of 27 separate indictments against me for tax fraud, insurance fraud, medical fraud, and fraud.
Well, what do they know? They don't work here. They don't know you. They don't know what you do.
Well,
They're crazy, those federal authorities. They run around here trying to turn people against you, trying to turn the staff against you. They're a bunch of crazy men. Don't pay any attention to anything they have to say, Mr. Carmody. Nobody else does.
Well,
They don't know what kind of man you are. You're wonderful.
thank you, Sophie. That kind of blind trust means a great deal to me. I can tell you that much straight out.
Oh, Mr. Carmody.
But the thing is, these 27 indictments that got landed against me, they're becoming a bit of a problem.
But surely not for you, Mr. Carmody. You haven't done anything wrong.
No, but I've got to admit, I have to face it. The whole situation is becoming a bit of a burden, a bit of a weight on the old back. You follow my meaning, my dear? A bit of a crippling weight on the old back. Why, just last night, this will give you an example of what I mean. Just last night, went home, told my wife about the 27 indictments that got lined up against me. And guess what she had to say? Guess what? My wife of 15 years picked her out of the window display at Macy's and introduced her to the world of Mrs. Austin Carmody. And guess what she had to say to me? Give you one guess.
Oh, I couldn't guess.
She looked me in the eye and said, I don't know you.
She went
Austin,
crazy.
she said, I don't know you. That's what she said to me, and then she left the house.
Oh, Mr.
Took my little
Carmody.
twin daughters and left the house.
Not the twins.
I'm afraid so. But the point is, Sophie, I'm desperate. And frankly, you're the only person I can think of who really believes in me.
All the staff believe in you, Mr. Carmody.
And why are they all testifying against me?
I don't know.
Every single one.
But they can't indict you for something you didn't do, can they?
Well, here's the thing. These 27 indictments are all of them complaints that the federal government is making against me because I cannot find certain records containing the accounts of various people to whom this company's paid out millions of dollars throughout the years. And this is the thing, the crazy thing. Thanks to the reckless fantasy of Bert Rosenfeld, the federal government of my own country, a government I had just a little bit to do with electing, thank you very much, thinks that I simply invented all of these people, hundreds of clients, hundreds of beneficiaries, hundreds of claimants for medical insurance. So I can take all of that money out of the company and funnel it into my private numbered bank account in Switzerland.
But that's ridiculous.
I know it, you know it, but damn it, how's a man supposed to vindicate himself when the whole world's lined up against him?
I'm not lined up against you, Mr. Carmody.
I know that, Sophie, and that's why the only person in the whole world who can help me now is you.
Me?
Sophie, what you've got to do is you've got to validate my story. You've got to swear under oath that you mislaid those files. There would be 10,000 of them in all, and you've got to go before the grand jury and confirm their existence and tell the judge that you mislaid them, lost them, left them on the bus, anything. Oh, only you've got to back me up, or for God's sake, I'm going to go to jail. Do you understand? Jail!
But I never saw those files.
But you might have. You easily might
I
have.
don't think it would be right for me to lie.
And is it right for them to lock me up in prison for the next 10 years?
No.
Are you worried about the consequences, Sophie? Is that it? Worried about the repercussions? They'd never know. They'd never find out. And if they did, you could always say I threatened your job if you didn't lie to me, something like that.
They'd never believe that.
Oh, for God's sakes, woman, can you not see the hangman's noose swinging over my head? Someone's got to help me, or I won't be responsible for my actions. I'm absolutely desperate.
Mr. Carmody, I wish you wouldn't talk like that. You know I'd do almost anything for you. You know I think you're the most wonderful man in the world. You know it just kills me to see them hounding you like this just because you lost some files. I don't understand any of this, Mr. Carmody. With so many really bad people in the world, so many truly dishonest men, why do they have to pick on you? It seems so unfair. Maybe I could go down to the federal authorities and explain to them how fair and honest and decent you are, how you always have a few minutes to talk to the staff, and how
Sophie, that's not going to work. The only thing that can save me now is if I can find one person to back me up. And, well, if you won't help me, then I guess I'm finished.